Goosebumps 2000, Creature Teacher. Chapter 1. It wasn't my fault. No more excuses, Paul, Mom warned me. But I'm telling you, it wasn't my fault. It was Harold's fault. Mom and Dad glanced at each other. They both shook their heads in disgust. Okay, maybe it was my fault. I was the one who brought Harold, my talking parrot, to school. And I was the one who told him to say, "Rah, don't do your work. The teacher's a jerk." But I supposed to know he'd say it in the middle of class. And say it, and say it, and say it. I told Miss Hammond I was sorry. I told her Harold made it up on his own. Did she buy that? No way. She dragged me to the principal's office. And guess what cool Paul did on the way there? I tripped her. She fell over my foot and cracked her knee on the tile floor. She howled in pain until two of her teachers helped her up and carried her away. It was an accident, I swear. I'm a real klutz. I told Miss Hammond that it wasn't on purpose. She didn't believe me. She tortured me after that. She gave me extra homework. She always called on me first and embarrassed me every chance she had. I tried to change her mind about me. I tried to make her laugh. That's what I always do to win people over. Mr. Perez, please spell Mississippi for the class. The river or the state? That's a pretty funny joke, isn't it? She glared at me angrily, as if I burped or something. I tried again. I tried lots of times. The kids laughed, but Miss Hammond never cracked a smile. Miss Hammond is nuts. She hates me. I'll never get good grades with her, I complained to my parents. Mom and Dad care a lot about good grades. They are both super achievers. Dad was named president of his company last year. Mom is a lawyer, but she doesn't practice. She writes long, serious articles about the law in all the big law journals. And she goes on TV shows to talk about all the major courtroom trials. Get the picture? My parents are serious people. I know they stare at me and wonder how they got such a joker for a son. I know they're disappointed in me. As soon as they heard I was having trouble in school, they went and talked with Miss Hammond and the principal. The next week, they announced they wanted to give me a better opportunity. "We've picked out an excellent boarding school for you," Dad said. "The school normally takes only the best students in the country," Mom added, "but your dad made some phone calls and pulled a few strings. They're going to take you on a trial basis." "I'm on trial?" I cried. "Do I get my own lawyer?" "See? I always joke when I'm nervous." "Maybe I could just apologize to Miss Hammond again," I suggested. "Maybe I could get Harold to apologize too." "Miss Hammond isn't the problem," Dad said. "The problem is your attitude, Paul. You need a school where you can be serious and discover your true interests and talents. You need to prove to yourself that you can achieve your goals," Mom added. "I told you, we're talking serious with a capital S." My heart was pounding. I suddenly felt cold all over. I didn't want to leave home. I didn't want to be in a strange school with a whole class of students, straight A students. "What's the school called?" I asked. "The Caring Academy," Dad replied. He held up a brochure with a photo on the front. I glimpsed a big stone building on top of a hill. It looked like Dracula's castle or something. "The Caring Academy?" I cried shrilly. "What kind of sick name is that? Sounds like a hospital." "It was founded by the Caring family," Mom replied. "They're an old New England family. They started the school in 1730. "That's too old," I grumbled. "I bet the toilets don't work." That was supposed to be funny, but they didn't laugh. "This is a great second chance for you, Paul," Dad said, putting a hand on my shoulder. "It was really hard to convince them to take you. I know you try your best." "But why boarding school?" I stammered. "I've never gone away to school. Never even gone away to sleepaway camp." Dad kept his arm on my shoulder. He walked me toward the living room. "It's a tough world out there, Paul," he said softly, as if telling me a secret. He frowned. "The world gets tougher and tougher. It's eat or be eaten." I stared at him, trying to figure out what he was telling me. Eat or be eaten. Eat or be eaten. I didn't really understand him. I had no way of knowing just how soon those words would come true.